Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Let's Play Car Mechanic Simulator 21. We're repairing this old American van, and there's a fair bit wrong with it, with its suspension. But right now we're also taking care of the engine because, well, it's got starter failure, alternator failure, fuel filter is gone, also the distributor apparently. I wonder if the ignition wires are... yeah, they are. They are not good. Alright, so we need the cap. I'll take that off. And the other clip on the other side. There we go. I've added that, right? Shopping list. No, I haven't. Right. And I also need the rotor. And everything else looks good. Okay, now let's take the radiator fan off. So then we can take the belts off, which also need to be replaced. At least one of them anyway. Oh, this still has metal fans. And it has them constantly connected to the crankshaft, I guess. There we go. I really hate that with V8s, by the way, when they have the fans directly connected, because you never really get the nice sound of the V8. You just hear the frickin' sound of the fan. Yeah, so that was definitely a plug that needed replacing. Another one. And another one. It would be nice, actually, if you could just press space and directly buy the stuff like that. And another one. And that one's good. I think we've taken care of most of the stuff. The filter also needs to go. There we go. There. The carburetor seems to be alright. That seems to be okay. I'm sure there's other stuff we haven't found out yet. Wow, there's a lot. Whoa. Whoa. Holy moly. Okay, so suffice to say, there will be a lot of stuff wrong in the actual engine as well. Alright. Well, time to take this thing apart. Yeah, because there's going to be a lot of things wrong. Probably rocker arms, valves, this, that, everything. Let's take that off. Kind of cool though, working on an old carbureted V8. Alright, take that out. Or take that off, really, not out. I wonder if the tires were okay. The tires were okay, right? I believe so. Yeah, there we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 4 of these. I don't know if the... okay, move that. The valve push rods... no, that one doesn't look okay. We're going to be replacing that as well. Let's see. Yeah, that's 14%. That one as well here. That one and these two. And that looks okay. I wonder if there's other stuff wrong in there. That's gonna get interesting. Because we're really gonna have to take everything apart then. I wonder if the pistons are bad. Actually, you know what I should have done? That was stupid. I should have just put a new starter on. But then I would have to put new oil in and everything just to do a compression test. No, actually, yeah, I think it wants you to do that before you do a compression test. Alright, so that one's bad. Let's take that off. And that one's bad. And these two are bad. Okay. I'm assuming there's more stuff because the list was just ridiculously long. Okay. There's gonna be more things. Oh man. Well, I suppose, well, the water pump looks okay. Let's look into the cylinders before we start taking everything up top apart. But I think the cylinders, oh, the pistons are probably not going to be good. Probably the caps. The crankshaft seems to be okay. Yeah, there you go. The actual crankshaft is not okay. Wow. We need that. All right, so what about the pistons themselves? That one needs to go. That one needs to go. All right, so that's gonna be a lot of things. All right, so let's drop that again. This thing needs a complete engine rebuild, pretty much. That's crazy, and that's okay. I need to take the crankshaft pulley off. There. Didn't need to get the other stuff off, actually. That's alright. Alright, so let's lift it again. Alright, now. Get all this stuff off. Unfortunately, I think the pistons can only be taken out from up there, which means that everything else will have to come out on both sides. So that's great. So that bearing cap needs to go. And get a new one for that. That one is also bad. And that one, it's all burnt. Alright, what else do we have? This one is okay. That needs to be bought new as well, unless we can repair it. But this is all so low, such low percentages that, yeah, I doubt it. I doubt we can do any of this. Right, that rod cap as well. And the other rod cap looks like it's new. So, yeah. Okay, let me see. I'm sure I've forgotten something. Some caps somewhere. Doesn't look like it, though. And yeah, of course, accessible from the engine bay. Alright, I think everything else is good. So now we have to lower the car again. Take everything off the top of the engine. The heads off, everything. Which of course also means taking off the exhaust manifolds, the intake manifolds. Actually, no, it doesn't have an intake manifold. Or it does, we've already taken it off. But we need to take all of the rocker arms off. And the push rods, the valves, everything. Do the valves come? Okay, they're part of the actual head, so it's not so bad, I suppose. There's a lot of things. The nice thing is, when you're doing a lot of things on the engine, all of the sound effects are really quite nice. So that definitely helps. There we go. Yep, you see those pistons are just nasty. Yeah, that's all bad. Alright, now let's take this exhaust manifold off, which must have been replaced recently because it's all new and shiny. These things do rust fairly easily because of all the heat and moisture and such. Alright, let's also take the spark plugs out. These are at very odd angles, these spark plugs, I have to say. Very strange design. But then again, these old American engines weren't really known for their engineering excellence, shall we say. Alright. Take it off. Take it off. Alright. I do have to say, In the past, you know, mostly American engines were sort of like made with pig iron in a way. You know, big engines, loads of consumption, but producing very little power. But I do have to say, in the recent years, in the recent 10, 15 years, American car design and engines mostly have really picked up. They've really sort of somewhat caught up with Europe. I wouldn't say they really caught them fully. Oh, frickin' hell, I have to take all of the pistons out. But yeah, definitely much, much better now. If you look at the Corvettes, or the, if you look at the 3.5 V6 from Ford, that's really quite nice. Even though, yeah, I know it has reliability problems. But like I said, BMW also has a lot of reliability problems. Ooh, we need new piston rings. Pretty much on everything. Yeah. So we can immediately do that. Go back. Ring. Piston rings. Ah, freaking hell. I think it's just normal ones, right? I'll just buy 8 for now. Alright, now let's lift this thing. Alright. And take the crankshaft out, but I need to take the flywheel off first. Okay. Great. That's just great. We really have to take the entire thing apart. Or, for example, if you look at the Dodge Demon, that is a lot of horsepower. Or the new Mustangs. Man, I love those things. I would love to drive those. Alright, that comes off. Nothing seems to be bad here, it seems. Oh yeah, it is. The clutch itself. We'll take that off and add the clutch plate to the shopping list. The old shopping list. And now finally the crankshaft. Oh. What? There. Now finally... What else? Oh, the timing chain. Oh man, this really is a complete engine rebuild, isn't it? That's ridiculous. This guy just wanted to say like, oh yeah, just, you know, some spitting clean will do. Just make it run a little more. Yeah, no dude, this thing needs a complete darn overhaul. I mean, look at it. It is just in pieces. That's ridiculous. Alright, take it off. I don't want to take the suspension arms off. I just want to take the water pump off and then the timing. There we go. Lovely. Alright, timing cover with a lot of bolts, of course. I really need to get that skill upgrade, which allows me to unbolt and bolt stuff faster, even though it's just a small percentage, but I guess it's gonna add up. Is that chain okay? No, it's not. No, I didn't want... I hate that. I did not want that. I wanted the chain. There. And the cam gear. There. The camshaft seems to be alright. And now the crankshaft can come out, finally. And I believe that will be it for all of the things that need replacing. There we go. This engine is now but a shell. Alright, so... still a few parts we haven't discovered. Where the hell are they? It's probably these things. The bushings. Look at that. Oh. Oh, it is the whole thing. Yeah. 2 rubber bushings. Is that it? Hard discovered part. I don't know. There. This looks okay. There's just gonna be rubber bushings everywhere, I guess. That one needs to go. That one needs to go. No, that one's actually okay. This one needs to go. And that one is okay. Probably at the back as well. Oh yeah, it doesn't have bushings here. But that's not it yet, is it? Part not discovered. There's still 4 more parts we haven't discovered yet. Holy moly. I want to test drive the car now. Oh, there it is. Look. Yeah, I want to test it now. I think there's 2 more bushings here that are bad. No, just 1. And probably on the other side as well. Yeah. There. Yeah, excellent. So I think now we found everything wrong in this car. No, still 2 parts. Ah, I'm here. 2 more rubber bushings. Sneaky little things because they don't actually rust. Obviously, they're rubber, but they're sneaky. And now. That's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of satisfying to find everything that's wrong with it. So now we've got a bunch of things to do. 61, 52. Well, this car doesn't need anything less than, what, 51 probably? 58. I don't know. It doesn't cost me anything, I believe, so we'll just place them on there. All right, so let's see, what can we repair? Brake caliper. Well, it needs 58 as a minimum, right? Blink. I'm just gonna repair everything, I suppose. Right, let's do the other one. Handyman. Alright, this one as well. It's a good thing that thing is fully automated. It's very good. Brake caliper. I thought I couldn't repair these. It's gonna take a while to repair all of this. But it's gonna save us a heck of a lot of money. And this is the problem that I'm talking about. Now I don't know which stuff I have to buy, which stuff It's just gonna slow things down considerably. This is all 58%. Why doesn't it... It's just randomized. I want it to actually give me... See, the problem is we also don't know if they want us to replace the engine head cover or not. So then you don't know, despite the fact that it's below the 58% part, because it's not on the list, you don't have to replace it. It's really annoying. Really annoying, and really slows things down. Let me see. I'm just gonna repair the really damaged parts, like this, which frickin' hell. Which we know has... Oh, frickin' hell! What am I doing? Which we know has to get repaired. Oh, we don't have to repair that because I'm just wasting money. Why does it not order it by durability or something? These are okay. These don't need to be replaced. They just need different bushings. Very, very annoying, I have to say. Alright, so let's see what we can and cannot put back together. That's why I don't like this system of minimum repair parts. See, shock absorbers we need to buy, for example. Which ones are they? And now I have to just go through this crap, you know, and figure out where it is. Let's do 8 rubber bushings. this isn't ordered either alphabetically, and you can't order it. I don't know. Right, so where's the shock absorbers? What? Oh, there. So I need 2 of these, and of course, then I need to do this, because the game doesn't do it itself. There's a lot of pretty annoying stuff, I have to say. A lot of quality of life issues that would have been much better if they did it differently. I couldn't do that either. So I guess instead of doing this list as I'm taking stuff apart, I guess I should just buy it as I go. I don't know. So 2 leaf springs. Probably all of these 4 bolts as well. Probably the plates as well, but we'll see. There's the rubber bushings. 73 will do. And on the other side as well. I didn't buy the fuel pump yet. These we've repaired, or maybe we bought new. No, I think we repaired them. I don't know. And these ones we cannot repair for some reason. I don't know, maybe they were too low. Alright, and the rear knuckle housing, which we need to actually buy. So now I have to find these U-bolts, get rid of them. Leaf springs, get rid of them. Okay, rear knuckle housing. This thing. 2 of these. Oh, okay. Sometimes it's tab, sometimes it's F, sometimes it's escape. It just gets really annoying, I have to say. I know I'm complaining a lot, but when you're playing this game a lot, it gets really, really grating when you have to do this over and over and over again. And figure out, is it tab, is it escape, is it F to get out? There. Also need a fuel filter. We'll do that later. Alright, so new brake pads. Brake calipers, which we've repaired. There. And the tires can go back on. There we go. Now what else is missing here? I guess nothing, just on the other side, no? Okay, so the axle housing, the leaf spring goes back on, and all the bushings. Look at that glow, that's kind of cool. It almost looks like something, I don't know, out of Cyberpunk movie. Wheel hub 3. Everything nice and shiny. I'm pretty sure this guy is buying this van all over again with this amount of work and materials. I mean, that's just crazy. No one would pay that much to have an old van like this practically completely restored in a way. Or rebuilt, really, not restored. Unless, of course, like I said before, it's of sentimental value, in which case, yeah, I can understand it. If you have the money for it. No. Leaf spring U-bolt. There we go. And the other bolts. Lovely. I think that's it for the rear, apart from the fuel pump. So we have to go to the electronics shop and do the fuel pump. Oh, it's not in the electronics shop, apparently. Okay, that makes sense. It's not in the electronics shop. I don't know why, even though that stuff is pretty much electronics. Electric motor and such. Okay. Whatever you say, game. Bottom suspension arm. This is 54. See, now the annoying thing is this bottom suspension arm is 54%, and it doesn't tell you here if you hover over it. It's so annoying. You have to go into unmount. So now we have to go here and say, is the bottom suspension arm here? And of course, okay, it is alphabetical. Okay, that's good. Alright, so double... That needs replacement. At least parts of it need replacement. Where are we? This. Separate parts. Nope. And separate the other parts as well. What do we need? Front springs. Front springs. Okay. Yeah, T. Front springs. 2 of these. Quite expensive. Wait a second. I wonder if I could repair them. Probably not because they're too low. No. Alright, so join parts with nice new springs. Lovely. Alright, now we can actually put that back on. Alright. There's 100% on the bushings. Nice and new, so it's not going to go clonk clonk anymore as you go over bumps. And after I add this suspension arm, I should be able to do the shock absorber. I believe. There you go. Okay, now on the other side as well. Excellent. And like I said before, the annoying thing is, when I put everything together, the game might decide, oh, you know, there was one part in there somewhere, deep down, that I want you to actually replace. One sway bar. But you know, you haven't. So then I'll have to take everything all apart again. I hope you understand what I mean with all of this, with all of my rants, but it's really, I don't think it's a good system to have this minimum percentage replacement thing. It should just be a rule, if you need to replace something, you need to do it with a new part. If you're doing your own cars, fine, you can do it with used parts, but if it needs replacement, you need a new part, or a completely refurbished part. So wheel hub bearing. Times 3 apparently. Really? No, we only need 2 at most. And not these either. Because the rear wheels are already on, so yeah. Little hubcap. And there's the rim. And because there are so many parts on the list, unless you go meticulously, you know, over each one of them and, you know, say like, okay, I've got this, and so on and so forth. You know, you're not going to go through all of this, through all the 8 bloody pages, and look for things. You're only going to realize at the end, well, shoot, that should have been replaced with a new part. Or, you know. Come on, can I please do that rubber bushing? Thank you. So I think it would have been a lot better to have it differently. Just if you need to replace it, it needs to be a new part or 100%. How was I not able to put that on? I don't know. And of course I didn't add this. Brake disc. Ventilated. So that goes on. Thankfully the shop that supplies our parts has a teleporter, I guess. And it is telepathic as well, because they immediately send whatever we want. So that's good. There's the rim. Well, the car's starting to look a little better because it's actually being put together, but the engine is still, yeah, that needs a lot of work. Alright, what else is missing? There's usually some tiny stuff like bushings and such, which are then missing. But it doesn't look like it. Okay, so I wasn't able to repair the crankshaft. That sucks. Look for this. Oh, small rubber bushing. I don't know if I've... Small rubber bushing. I'm just gonna buy them. For now. And fuel pump we've already done. Starter, V8, that's elsewhere. Fuel filter. Ignition wires, that's probably all there. In the electronics, alternator is probably going to be there as well. Spark plugs as well. I'm just going to buy all this stuff because now we know that we cannot actually repair any of this. I'll push rod. Oh, how many do I need? 8. Pretty much half of them need to be replaced. There's a crankshaft. Bearing caps. Rod caps times 4. Pistons with con rods. Clutch plate. Wow, only 90. And cam gear. That is a lot of things we need. And of course, we'll also go to the electronics shop and buy the new starter, ignition distributor, wires, distributor cap. Why were there 2 of them on there? Alternator and 5 spark plugs. Alright. We've spent quite a bit of money on that, but there you go. Alright. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.